Hi there, welcome back to my channel at Yonsi Thrills. Thank you for clicking on this video, and I promise you you're gonna get value for your time. So this tutorial is on how I drafted the pattern for this blouse, and my next tutorial is going to be how to sew it. But stay with me and let's learn. I just analyzed what I wanted to make on a paper, and okay, I kept it aside. This is my pattern paper. I'm drafting for the front first. So first things first, the half-inch shoulder line or the starting point line, then I will just mark it out from where I will start taking my vertical measurement. So the first one is shoulder to bust, which is 10.5 inches. Shoulder to under bust 13.5 inches, and shoulder to waist of 16 inches. Then the length of this blouse is 24 inches, that is 1.5 inches above her hip. I'm marking it on two places to get a straight line, and I will draw it out. So this is the bust, under bust, waist, and the length. For the armhole opening, the armhole circumference of my client is 17.5 inches. Half of it, because we are marking just half, this is the front, is 8.75. So from the shoulder line, I mark 8.75. I'm marking it in two places to get a straight line, and this will be my chest line. Okay, I hope that's clear. Then the neck width I want to work with is 3 inches. Her shoulder to shoulder is 14 inches. Half of it, because the front is unfold, is 7 inches. That's what I marked there. And I'll mark the same thing on the chest line to get a straight line that will be in my armhole opening. And now you know our shoulder is not straight, right? So I'll come down from there with 1 inch shoulder slant, and I'll connect it into my neck just as you can see me do. All right, now for the dart, the bust span of my client is 7 inches divided by 2, because the front is also unfold, is 3.5. That's what I'm marking on the bust, on the bust, waist, and I'm still gonna take it down. So I'll draw it out this way, because this is kind of a shoulder dart. I'll also measure what I have on the shoulder. It is 4 inches. Half of it is 2 inches, which is what I'll mark, and I will still connect it into the bust area this way. This is a bustier. All right. Then after that, we go over to the horizontal circumference. So the bust circumference divided by 4, I'll mark it on the bust and also on the chest. The waist circumference divided by 4, I'll mark it there, just as you see me do. The hip circumference divided by 4, I'll mark it there. So use your client's measurement, please. Then I'm not connecting this now, but just know that we have a mark there. Okay, for the front armhole, because of our bust, our armhole for the front is kind of curved inwards. So just do what I'm doing. Find the midpoint of that armhole, and from there you go in by just half of an inch. Okay, then I will connect it as so. Then connect it into that our bust circumference divided by 4. Right? So this is just the front armhole. Then to create the neckline, I'm coming up here by 1 inch, and I'll mark. Just use your own desired measurement. All right. Now for the dart intake, depending on how busty your client is. My client is not busty, so I will use 2 inches total. So on this side, I'm marking 1.5 inches, and on the other side, that is the side, as you can see, I will just mark ½ inch there. All right, mark the same thing at the waistline. Then because we don't want a pointy bust, I will come down from the bust by 1 inch, and then I will draw my curve just as you can see me do. Okay, so the total dart intake is 2 inches for my client. Then I'm taking this down and also down to the hip line, as you can see. If you want, you can just take it straight and not curve it the way it is at the hip line. Then on this part, I'm also going to take an over bust dart intake, and I'll use 1 inch in total, so ½ inch at the both sides. Actually, I used 1 inch here, but I later corrected it, reduced it to ½ inch, so the total is 1. Then I'll go ahead and draw the curve just as you can see me do. If you want, you can just take the dart only on one side. Take 1 inch only on one side. All right, I hope that's clear. Now, because of this dart we've taken, I'm going to replace it to the side. So take the total measurement of whatever you have there. My own is 2. Then from the actual underbust measurement, I'll replace the 2 inches. Also at the chest line, whatever I have there, I think I have less than 1 inch. I'm still going to replace it to the side of this. Okay. Still on the waist, 2 inches, I'm replacing it to the side. At the underbust, I took the measurement of the underbust divided by 4. That's what I marked there. Then I replaced the 2 inches, that intake. I didn't know if I mentioned this before. So I will go ahead and connect it as so. Although actually most times the underbust is not necessary. So I'll go ahead and draw my curve this way. Take it down to the hip. All right. Then the next thing here is the curve. I'm going up by 2 inches. You can do more, you can do less, and then I will connect it as so. But we are going to sew these two, join these two together. So I will, cover up the dot and then draw out the curve the way it's supposed to be, just as you can see me do. So it's going to start from this dart leg up until that point. Okay, so this is actually how it should be. Now I just went out by ½ inch to show where my sleeve will start, but I later corrected it. I didn't take that into consideration. Okay, I later corrected it and just did it straight. Also at the neckline, I marked down, I was thinking it's going to be too low, so I marked 5 inches there, but I still didn't use it later. I just used the one I have previously. But that notwithstanding, however you want it. Okay, so you can see me correcting the sleeve now. This is what I used later on. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add my sewing allowances on the fabric, not on this pattern paper. I'm just cutting the actual measurements, the armhole, the side. I've not added allowances here yet. So just watch closely how I am cutting this. Remember I said I later, use the initial neck width that I used. All right, so this is for the front and I will cut out this part. Then we go over to draft the back pattern. So the back is almost exactly as the front, but I'll just tell you the slight differences. Now the back is going to have a zipper and the zipper allowance is measuring 1.5 inches. Okay, up until this point, 1.5 inches. And also the dart leg extends to the chest line. This is the chest line, and the normal dart intake of ½ inch at the both sides of the waist region. Okay, so in total is 1 inch. All right, and also you just come up from the waist by 2 inches. That's where it's going to stop. Then I'm going to connect. I'm just showing you the difference. So the bust circumference divided by 4, I mark it there, and I'll have the same measurement on the chest. The waist circumference divided by 4, that's what I marked there. And of course, we took in our dart. So our dart replacement of 1 inch, that's why it's extended to that point. The hip circumference divided by 4, whatever I have, I mark it there too. Then I'm going to connect it into a curve as so. I'm not adding allowances yet to this pattern paper. So that's just the difference. Then another thing, our back waist is not straight. So to avoid zipper bulge and to take in the curvy shape of the back because of our bum bum, what I'll do is at the waist back or at the back waist, I'll go in by 1 inch. You can use ½ inch depending on how curvy your client is. So I went in by 1 inch, and also on the zipper line, I'm going in by 1 inch. And I will connect as so. But before that, the neck depth that I use for the back is 2 inches. So I'm going ahead to mark it and I will connect 2 inches. Then I will go ahead and connect it into the waist. So the zipper line is going to be curved to take away the zipper bulge at the back. It's going to be curved at least because we don't have a flat bum bum. So this is our new zipper line. we're still coming back to this waist. So the back armhole is just straight as this. Okay, now back to this waist. You know, we took one in from the actual waist measurement that will reduce the waist. Okay, so in order to avoid the reduction of the waist measurement, I'm going to replace that 1 inch to the side. That's just what I'm doing, and then I'll go ahead to reconnect this. All right. I hope you're learning. Please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So I will cut out the, unwanted patterns. And with this, we come to the end of this tutorial. In my next one, I'm going to be showing you how I use this pattern paper to cut on this fabric to make the beautiful bustier that you can see. So you stay tuned. Of course, I'm posting the both immediately. So go ahead and watch the sewing. See you in my next one. For now, take care of you and bye.